Number 2 ranked Florida State returns home here to Doak Campbell Stadium this weekend. It is homecoming as Florida State takes on Syracuse. I'm Scott Kotick for Seminoles.com. One of the very special things about this weekend, it's the 20th anniversary of the 1993 National Championship team. Hard to believe it's already been 20 years since Florida State won their first ever national championship. Hall of Famers like Charlie Ward, Derek Brooks, among many others are going to be in Tallahassee this weekend. And for the current Seminoles, it's an opportunity to honor the legends.
It's going to be great to have those guys around. I mean, those are the guys who formed the program that we're in now. And it's going to be great to honor those guys and just see them here.
Think about the face of the university. I mean, them guys, they set a stone. And, I mean, he a Heisman Trophy winner, basketball player, and he got work done. You see highlights of him killing Florida.
Let them know just the gratitude I have for them, because a lot of people pay dues and debts for young guys like myself to be here. And for those guys to do special and accomplish things like that, and we're pursuing that, it's just so special. And I just wish I can get a hug from all those guys and tell them how thankful I am for the opportunity and for the bar that they set around this program for guys like me and a lot of other guys to have the opportunity to be able to follow in their footsteps.
It was amazing to me how easy Charlie made it. He was the epitome to me of be quick but don't hurry. Everybody around him was going 1,000 miles an hour, and he was just standing there just calm, and there'd be guys flying him. He'd just shuffle over 2 steps. And they'd go flying by, and he'd run up, and he'd take off, or he'd throw it. I mean, he was just always 2 steps ahead of everybody and never looked like he was in a hurry.
Now for more on the Seminole offense, here's Lane Hurt.
The Seminole offense's biggest stumbling block of late has been itself. After jumping out to huge first quarter leads in 2 of the last 3 games, the Florida State offense has lacked a little focus in those areas. While Florida State understands that those opportunities are a little unique and don't come up very often, they do realize that if it does happen once again, they need to be more sharp.
They didn't have a chance to get in a good rhythm, but I thought they played well. I really did. Did we play our best? No. And there's some things we can improve on? Yes. So, but from a focus concentration point, you got to be able to do that. But we're learning.
Sometimes those games become like weird games because we usually just get in the groove. But when your defense is good as it is, I mean, we expect those games to happen. So, I mean, we got to get used to games like that. But it's kind of hard to bounce back and get into that rhythm and just get back to the X's and O's.
Meanwhile, the Syracuse defense of late has been pretty good, as they've only given up 3 points in their last 2 victories and forced 5 turnovers. The Orange defense is big, physical, and they love to blitz. The Seminoles know they have to be ready for all of that.
You just see that they're a big group, guys, stocky guys, and they like to throw a lot of blitzes. And, I mean, the 3-point, the statistics, it doesn't really scare me, but, I mean, they're the opposing defense, and we're going to try and expose it like we do every week.
For a look at the Seminole defense versus the Syracuse offense, here's Jonathan Shalacy.
Florida State is coming off one of the best defensive games in a long time. Their 6 interceptions against Wake Forest ties a school and ACC record for most interceptions in a game. They've only allowed a touchdown to 4 of their 9 opponents this year, and they scored 5 defensive touchdowns, ranking them 4th in the nation in total defense. Their challenge this week, Jerome Smith. He has 8 career 100-yard games, and he ranks 4th in the ACC in rushing. But the Seminoles should be up to the task, as they've only allowed 4 rushing touchdowns all year.
Another chance that we have, really just prove ourselves and just help us out just as far as confidence-wise as a defense playing against power teams. Especially in the ACC, we play a lot of spread teams. So I think it's going to present a unique challenge, but I think we can rise to the occasion.
They're a good team. They're a really good team. They got some players that can really bust open big runs. They got a nice quarterback and a big line. So, I mean, they can definitely do some things to us. But, I mean, it's a matter of what we do, not them. And we just got to prepare well and really just impose our will on them on stopping the run and then just cover all day when they do pass.
Kickoff is scheduled for 3:30 inside here at Doak Campbell Stadium. Seminole fans, we want you to be in your seats early to honor Florida State's very first national championship team. What a sight it will be to see both Derek Brooks and Charlie Ward, among so many other great Seminole players, return to Bobby Bowden Field at Doak Campbell Stadium. So here for your game preview, I'm Scott Kotick for Seminoles.com.